Check 1 2 1 2. You guys should hear me. Awesome, perfect. A technique, a tip for you guys is make sure the mic is on before you start speaking. So again, I'll repeat myself. I want to see where you guys are from. Type on the chat really quick. Let me know what country you're in. If you're in the States, just let me know what state you're in, and we'll populate that chat. Kind of get an idea where you guys are coming from. I recognize some of the names here from Facebook. JD Demo, I think you're from Germany, right? Monster, I know where you're from. Phoenix, USA, New York, all right. Oklahoma, Vancouver, awesome. Anyone from outside the States? North Norway, nice. All right, and I'm just looking at the chat over here, so Vancouver, awesome. Cool, guys. So just to give you guys a quick introduction, my name is Alex Solano. Some of you might know me from YouTube and Facebook and all that good stuff. And I've written a couple of courses for Mac Pro Video. You guys can get all that information afterwards. But in this 90-minute masterclass, we're going to focus on mixing hip-hop, mixing urban music. So I really encourage you guys to type in your questions on the chat, and then I'll pause in between different sections and try to answer as many of them as possible. All right? So just to give you guys a quick background about myself, I've worked in the industry for the past 11 years for different companies. I've got my hands in multiple things, anything from Pro Tools to doing presentations, doing mixing and mastering. That's kind of been like the founding baseline that I've been kind of doing for like the past 20 or 25 years now. But working with different companies, going to the NAMM show, going to different events like that, it's really given me an opportunity to meet a lot of people that work for different companies, plugin companies. And over the past, I would say over the past 10 years since YouTube came on the scene, like 2006, 2007, there's been this huge surge of lectures and like tutorials and that kind of stuff on the web. And I think it's great because it allows anyone with a computer and a piece of software from any part of the world to start learning right away. So I'm going to try my best to give you guys some insights, some techniques, some tips. Just give me a quick response here on the chat. Let me know what DAW you're working with. If you're in Pro Tools, Logic, FL Studio, go ahead and populate that and I'll read those out. Okay, Logic, Ableton, Studio One Pro, Sonar X3, Cubase, Ableton. Okay, cool. So you guys are well versed around different pieces of software, right? Anybody? Okay, Samplitude. That's a little bit different. I know Samplitude, Logic, Ableton, Reason. Nice. And just on that note, really quick, when I first started learning how to like record and how to produce my own music, I started on Reason. I think it was like Reason version 4 and Pro Tools LE version 5. That was a long time ago. And, back then, Pro Tools was not really your music production friendly environment. So you had to kind of produce in something else like Reason and then bring in your stems inside of Pro Tools. However, I myself have been using Pro Tools for a long time, since Pro Tools version 5. And for those of you guys who have followed me online, I've been using Studio One as well. So in this webinar, we're just going to keep it to one DAW. We don't want to break the system necessarily, but I am going to draw some things, some tips and tricks that you guys can follow. All right, so enough about me. Let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, be sure to type in your questions here on the chat, and I'll try to get to them as soon as possible.